Well, it shows we've got some good strength in depth, and we've got players who are keen to play. And as you say, they were making the first starts, and I think they all played well. And it's a long season. I think we need these quality players, and delighted for those experienced lads to get a game and play well. Delighted for Will Hooley, because playing at 10 is a difficult position, orchestrating the team, forwards and backs, pulling them all together, and I think he did really well today.
And John Fisher in the back row coming in for a late withdrawal from Tom Wood.
Yeah, I thought he had a very good game. I think some of his carrying was magnificent. He really helped us get on the front foot, and I think it's a good combination when someone like John Fisher and Samu Manoa are carrying hard today. Callum Clark, in the middle of our defensive effort, he was massive, getting his head over the ball. We've got a really good back row there.
We'll come onto the game overall in just a second, but when you're coming in for somebody like a Stephen Myler or a Tom Wood, what kind of pressure does it put on a player, and then what are you looking for in terms of their response?
Well, I think what we're trying to do is take the pressure off certain players, and particularly somebody like Will, and it is difficult because you're calling the shots at 10, you're the link between your backs and your forwards. But what we do say is the rest of the players, we need to step up and make the decisions, and your scrum half Khan, we need him to be making good decisions. The outside backs need to be feeding information in, where the space is, what moves to do, and I think if you can get that, then that really just helps your 10 fit into the plan a lot easier.
It was almost perfect conditions to play on this type of pitch today up in Newcastle.
Very unusual. I don't think I've ever sat here sort of with the sun shining in the rugby season. It's a great pitch, it makes for fast rugby, much better than last year. Last year was terrible. So the pitch's improved. So the sun is shining, still a little bit windy. I don't think you'll ever get rid of that up here, but we're lucky that we played them in September and not December.
Some of the rugby in that first half hour in particular was sensational, but some of the defence as well.
Yeah, no, it was. There were some real periods, I think, just before half-time to stop them scoring. Some real good defence there, some in the second half. Disappointed we let them in and get that try. I think Alan Dickens will be a little bit disappointed that we actually conceded a try. But generally some really good defence, so very happy.
How important is it to go home with a bonus point from a place like this?
I think bonus points are good, they're important. You want to come up, particularly at home, you want to get the win. Away from home, you want to first of all get the win. But I think when you go 3 tries up in the first half, it's at the back of your mind, you always want it. And I think if we hadn't got it today, we would have been a little bit disappointed going back down the motorway. But we managed to stick to the plan. They worked their way back up in field, up into the 22, scored a very good try actually, went through the phases finally, scored a great try, so it makes that trip down south a lot sweeter.
Half-time, there was a comment made on BT at half-time that Saints wouldn't want the first half to finish, and it's one of those things that so often happens, not just in rugby, but in American football, in soccer, you name it, a lot of sports, where half-time has a massive influence on a game in terms of the momentum. Just why is that, do you think?
I don't know. I think if anybody knew that, then they'd be worth a lot of money, wouldn't they? You can talk as much as you want at half-time about keeping the pressure on, keeping the intensity high, doing the same things that you did in the first half. But sometimes I think you just relax a little bit, and we had to make a few changes with a little knock to Courtney and things. And I think Newcastle stepped the game up as well. To be honest, I think they probably had a bit of a bollocking in the changing room and came out fighting, and a lot of credit to them in that second half. And the score, nobody scored for quite a long period. But as I say, we're pleased that we got there and got that win.